It's time for the one and the only show. It's the Luke Howard Show live. Woo! 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 Thank you very much. Oh, thank you. Woo! Woo! Thank you. Woo! Oh, look what an audience. Oh, look at that. A round of applause and everything. Wow! Way! Woo! Thank you so much. You're so kind. We get some lovely people on this show. Morning. It is the 25th of January. Another Saturday. Another show. But it's the last show in January. Oh, no. But don't worry, because next Saturday it shall be February, and it won't be until next January, which is January 2020, would you believe? Actually, sorry, January 2021, I should say. That'll be our next January shows, January 2021. So we've got another whole year for the next January to come through. Gosh, we made it to the end of January, though, didn't we? I couldn't believe it. It's gone so slow. This month, I think it has been one of the slowest months of my life. Because obviously with people, doing dry January and stuff, and Christmas has just gone and people don't really want to go out very much. So that's why January has gone really slow this month. That's what I think. But yeah, we are on the last January of this year. Until next year, obviously. Till next year. I said the world doesn't end. But yeah, so we've got another whole year for January to come around again. But anyway, today is a very special year because we've got to do a mention for our Chinese viewers. I don't know if we have any Chinese viewers out there, but if we do, Happy Chinese New Year to our Chinese viewers who are listening. I think it's the year of the Lunar this year, isn't it? The year of the Lunar, is it? Something like that. And it's also, we've got to do another mention to our Scottish viewers because today is Burns Night, which is where we celebrate the poet who died, that's Robert Burns. So we celebrate that, the Scottish people celebrate that, and the Chinese people are celebrating Chinese New Year. So happy Chinese New Year to our viewers, and happy Burns Night. I wouldn't say happy Burns Night, but, oh, hello, what was that? I wouldn't really say happy Burns Night, because, I wouldn't really say happy Burns Night to our viewers, because poor old Robert Burns who passed away, he was a poet, but, things happen. But yeah, so we celebrate that. I think they eat yaggis. Yaggis, is it? Something like that. Yaggis. I think it's cockaliki soup as well, all that sort of food. So happy, I'm just going to say happy Burns Night to our Scottish viewers, and happy Chinese New Year to our Chinese viewers. And I've already said it, but let's say it again. Okay, we've got some serious stuff to talk about on today's show, because Meghan's dad, Meghan Markle's dad, we're going to talk about him and her in a minute. But this week in the news, this is what I've heard. I mean, Harry Dunn, I was doing a bit of research on him the other day, and I found out some news about them. I didn't know, because I didn't really know about it in the first place, but then I just researched on it, so I don't really know very much about that, so I can't really talk about that. But all I know is that I am going to read the story about Thomas Markle now, because in the papers the other day there was a story about him, and what he did was he claimed that his daughter, which is Meghan Markle, apparently she owes him. But I never knew that. She owes him, and she should look after look after Thomas Markle. I mean, I don't know why she's gone over there, really, to be honest, but who knows? The 75, he's 75, blimey, he's 75. He has not spoken to the Duchess, since her 2018 wedding. No way. I can't believe that. He hasn't spoken since the wedding, apparently, and Prince Harry has revealed that the fears that she won't see him again until he's lowered into the ground in a coffin. Blimey! So he basically won't see Prince Harry till his funeral. His comments on, when was this? On Channel 5. This was on Thursday. It was called Thomas Markle, My Story. He was talking about his life, and it came after Harry and Meghan announced that they were moving to Canada. They're actually moving to Canada for good, apparently. They're moving there for good. And he's quitting. And senior members of the royal family. So Mr. Markle dubbed the couple's move embracing and in a reference to a discount American in a supermarket that said that they were turning the royal family into a wall march with a crown on. But the renowned TV lighting director again appeared for a recommendation with his daughter, and he said that at this point, they owe me. The royals owe me, and Harry owes me as well. Meghan owes me. Everyone of the royal family owes me, he said. And he also said that what I've been through, I should have been rewarded for my daughter. And she told me that she'll take care of me, but she never did. I'm in my senior years now, and it's time to look after Daddy, she said. Mr. Markle, who lives in Mexico, I don't blame him, has never met, he's never actually met Prince Harry. He's never met him. But to them, he said, I don't exist, and now Harry, whether he realises it's not, is part of my family, and I'm part of his. We should be talking, he said. It's not 12 years, old anymore. He's got no right, to be his sensitive. Now here, Meghan's mother, Dora Regland, divorced when she was a child, but the Duchess spent much of her teenage years with him. He was due to attend Harry and Meghan's wedding in 2018, but pulled out after suffering a heart attack, which is true. In the running up to the nuptials, he was caught posting for fake paparazzi photographs, a dictation where he said that would haunt him all his life. Meghan is putting the Mail is suing the Mail on Sunday. I can't believe she can do that. After it published excerpts of a letter that she sent her father after the wedding, Mr. Markles has said that he prepared to testify if the case goes to court in London, which I think is going to go to court in London, but as it says on my script. But, these things happen. Do you know what's something wrong with my light here? I don't want to keep touching the thing, look. You can't see it, but it just goes off, so I keep hearing those funny words. But anyway, and now we are going to talk about Terry Jones. Oh, he was amazing, he was brilliant, he died the other day, which is at age 77, which was very, very sad. Our hearts are with him. Monty Python star Terry Jones has basically slipped away at the age of 77, and it was announced on Wednesday, this was, and the actor and comedian died 4 years after being diagnosed with a rare form of, I think it was dementia, known as FTD. His wife, Anna Sovenston, was by his side when was this? Wednesday, and tributes poured in from the world of entertainment, including David Walliams. He wrote, he said, thank you, Terry, for a lifetime of laughter. Born in 1942 in, this is Corran Bay, this is North Wales, Loans, he met Michael Palin at Oxford. He's amazing, Michael Palin, I think. He's amazing. He also met, who else did he meet? Oh no, the pair wrote, sorry I got it wrong. They wrote and performed later on, and they also worked on several TV shows before joining John Cleese in Graham Chapman, Eric Idle, and Terry Gilliam from Monty Python in 1969. Often seen on TV in drag, on naked on an organ, but for a collar and tie. He also played the grossly obese Mr. Krusty, who explodes from Grounds Exist in Python movie, The Meaning of Life. Now, Jones directed the controversial 1979 The Life of Brian, which is what I've heard before, in which he played Brian's mother, scolding her son before an adoring crowd, saying that he's not the messer, he's a very naughty boy. He denied the movie as a blasphemous, saying years later it was heretical because it criticised a structure of the church and the way that he did this. And the Holy Grail, and he directed their final film, The Meaning of Life. Now, after Python, Jones was actually able to pursue other internationals, including presenting history series and writing them. Now, so Michael Palin led tributes to one of his closest, most valued friends following the death of fellow Monty Python star Terry Jones. Now, he was the complete resilience, a comedian, writer, director, presenter, historian, brilliant children's author, and the warmest and wonderful company that you could wish to have. This is what he said. Cleese and Eric Idle also paid tribute though. He said, he tweeted on Twitter. I don't know. I don't have Twitter. I don't have anything really. He feels it's strange that a man of so many talents and such endless enthusiasm should have faded so gently away. He added that 2 down 4 to go, referring to fellow Python Graham Chapman, who died in 1989. Idle tweeted that Jones's death is cruel and a sad thing, adding that, but let's remember just what joy he actually brought to all of us, so mustn't we? Stephen Fry, obviously, he's amazing. Stephen Fry. He's amazing. Sorry, he is. He said this: "The great foot has come down to stamp on you. My God, what pleasure you gave! What unparalleled joy and delight." And comedian and actor Adrian Edmonston tweeted, "Terry Jones was the only Python who agreed to appear in The Young Ones. It was like adoration from God itself." Now, he wrote children's books in 2014 and took part in a Python reunion in 2016, which is what I think I remember. He revealed that he's got dementia. He said, my frontal brain obel was absorbed. He had 2 children with first wife Alison Teffey and became a father again at the age of 67 with Sodostrin. Well, I never. There you go. That is Sir Terry Jones, who died the other day, so our thoughts are with him. Right, okay, I need to say what a lovely week I've had this week. It's been very, very, very quick this week. I don't know where it's gone. It's gone so quick. I've done so much this week. I've been everywhere. Where have I been this week? I've just been about in Buntleyford. I've done my bit. And, so that is what I've basically been up to. There's been a bit of sports news, by the way, as well. Do you want to hear a bit of sports news? Okay, so we're talking about... should we talk about Kate Middleton, actually? Yeah, because the Duchess of Cambridge has said that she would have welcome extra support while living in a rural North Wales as a new mum with Prince George. So not only Princess Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are going, but now the Duchess of Cornwall wants to leave. The Duchess of Cornwall. Now the Duchess of Cambridge, wants to leave as well. I don't think that can happen, Why does she have to leave just because Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have decided to leave? I don't think that's right. Why has she got to leave as well because Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are leaving? I don't find that right at all. You shouldn't leave, Duchess of Cambridge. I don't know why you're leaving. Because it says that she wants to go and live in North Wales. She can't go and live over there as well just because they're moving away. She's copying what they're doing. She wants to make a big thing out of a molehill. That's what she wants to do. She wants to make a great big story out of it, and she wants to be on. I know what you're trying to do, Duchess of Cambridge. I know what you're trying to do. That's basically what she's trying to do. She's trying to move away as well. That's what she's trying to do. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm not talking about it anymore. We are not talking about that because that has just got to me. That's just really, really got to me, that story. And I'm not talking about it anymore. Yes, so going back to my week this week, I've been to college. We had a great time this week. I want to mention Emma Hayward. Now, I know she doesn't listen. I know she's not listening to this programme, but she's very, very funny. Very, very funny. Every time we say something wrong, she goes, like we say about spellings, she goes, "Oh, spellings! Oh!" And she goes, "Oh, you like spellings." She goes, "For that, you can do some spellings. You love spellings." She's so funny. So, Emma Hayward, if you're listening today, I doubt you're listening, but if you are, morning, and you're very, very funny, you're hilarious. So, a little mention to her, and that's a little mention to Emma Hayward. Only 2 weeks to go, though, till I go away. Woo! Remember, there'll be a recorded show on the 15th of February. The 8th of February is going to be live, but the 15th of February is going to be recorded, just to let you know. Okay, so we'll record the 15th of February show. I think I'll do that next Sunday. And then we'll see how we go from there. And that is basically what's going on in the next couple of weeks. My holiday's coming up, so I won't be here. I'll miss you lot when I go away. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. But yes, we are going to celebrate our last show in January until next January in style today because we've got some wonderful music and some great chats today. We're done on the news now, so what we're going to do now is it's time to play some music. And I've chosen some really good songs on today's show. I'm not going to tell you what songs I've got because they're all my favourite. One of my favourites. They're all my favourites, really. And I'm sure you like them too. I'm sure you all like them. Don't you like this sort of music I play on this show? Do let us know if you like the music. And if you want to get in touch with us, it's 07593 847 105. Start with the word talk and your name. Or you can call that number. Or you can find us on email. It's GaryJHoward63@hotmail.com. Do email us. and let us know what you think of the show. If you hate it, or we do have bad listeners out there. We have our moaners and we have our nice people. We have nice people and bad people who listen to this show. We get a lot of bad emails and we get a lot of nice emails. So, lovely people, email us. People who don't like this show, bugger off to another radio station. I'm only joking. So